Can I get uncomfortably real with you guys for a second? Like, let's talk about that specific, terrifying nightmare scenario that keeps you awake at night. You are sitting on your couch in your safe zone, watching Netflix. You are watching a complex show, maybe Succession or The Crown. You understand everything. You are laughing at the subtle jokes, you are crying at the drama, you catch the slang. You feel confident. You feel like, hey, I actually speak English. I am basically a native speaker. You feel on top of the world.
But then, reality hits. You go to a coffee shop, or you step into a Zoom meeting at work, or maybe you just run into a tourist on the street who asks for directions. Someone looks you in the eye and asks a simple, basic question like, hey, how was your weekend? Or do you know where the library is? And suddenly, your brain literally leaves the building. It clocks out. It's gone. Empty.
It is the worst feeling in the world. You feel the words sitting in your brain. They are locked and loaded. You can see the sentence written in your mind perfectly, but there is a wall, a giant, invisible, soundproof, bulletproof wall between your mind and your mouth. You start sweating, your hands shake, your throat closes up, your heart is pounding like you're in the cockpit of a fighter jet avoiding a missile, and instead of telling a funny, charming story about your weekend, you just freeze and say, "It was good."
And then you stare at the floor wishing the ground would swallow you up, and it is so annoying because 5 hours later, you're standing in the shower or driving home in traffic, and suddenly, boom, you are reciting Shakespeare. You have the perfect comeback, the perfect grammar, the perfect pronunciation. You're screaming in your car, "Why didn't I say that earlier?" Today, we are not here to teach you boring grammar rules. You know grammar. You have studied the textbooks. The problem isn't your knowledge. The problem is the wall.
We are going to destroy that wall, brick by brick. We are going to reveal the hidden barrier that keeps you frozen in fear. We are going to teach you how to stop translating like a broken computer and start performing like a star. We are going to dig into the psychology, the body language, and the energy of fluency.
By the end of this video, you will have the confidence of a leading man and the effortless, chill flow of a supermodel. This is not just an English lesson. This is a confidence intervention. Let's get to work and break this barrier down once and for all.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Kendall. Honestly, my mission today is to help you take a deep breath and just relax. I feel like language learning has become so toxic and stressful in the last few years. Everyone is obsessed with perfection, with getting the A+, with sounding like a dictionary. But in my world, in the real world of fashion, art, and travel, connection is infinitely more important than perfection. If you are stressing about grammar, you aren't connecting with the human being in front of you.
And I'm Glen. I'm here to bring the focus and the intensity. Look, in my line of work, playing pilots, spies, guys who have to save the world under pressure, there is no room for doubt. Do you think I always know exactly what I'm doing when I walk on a massive movie set with explosions going off? Absolutely not. But I commit to the mission. Fluency is 10% vocabulary and 90% commitment. You have to sell it.
Exactly. It's about the energy you bring into the room. People forgive grammar mistakes. They do not forgive bad energy. So before we dive into the deep psychology, and we have a massive amount to cover today, we are going deep. Make sure you subscribe. We are building a squad of confident speakers here. Don't just watch, join the family. Don't be shy. Hit the button.
Do it. Smash that subscribe button. Commit to the process right now. All right, Kendall, let's open up the hood of the brain. What is this hidden barrier? Why are these guys struggling so much even after years of studying in school?
Okay, I want you to visualize this with me. Close your eyes if you have to. The barrier isn't that you don't know enough words. You probably know 2,000, maybe 3,000 words. That is more than enough to survive and have a great conversation. The barrier is what I call the internal editor. Imagine a tiny, judgmental, super annoying critic living in your head. He has a clipboard and a red pen.
I know that guy. He's the worst. He's the guy who tells you you're not good enough.
Exactly. Every time you try to speak, before the word even reaches your lips, this internal editor screams, "Wait, stop. Is that the right tense? Is it present perfect or past simple? Is the preposition in or on? You are going to sound stupid. Don't say it. Abort mission."
The internal editor is the enemy of charisma. In acting, we call this getting in your head. Imagine I'm filming a romantic scene. I have to look deep into the actress's eyes and deliver a line about eternal love. If I lean in to kiss her, but in my head I'm thinking, is my chin up? Is the lighting okay? Did I memorize the line right? I'm going to ruin the moment. The camera sees the hesitation. People see the hesitation. It kills the magic.
Totally. It's like the runway. If I'm walking for Versace or Chanel, the music is pounding, the lights are flashing. If I start thinking about my ankles, left foot, right foot, don't trip, keep straight, I will literally trip. I will fall on my face. I have to trust that my body knows how to walk. You have to trust that your brain knows the English. You've studied it, it's there. You just have to bypass the editor.
So how do we kill the editor? The answer is speed. Not rushing, but momentum. If you ride a bicycle slowly, you wobble and fall. If you ride with speed, you're stable. Speech is the same. If you pause to check your grammar, you let the editor win. You have to keep the bicycle moving.
Yeah, like if you say, "she have a car," instead of "she has a car," guess what? The world keeps turning. Nobody dies. The sun still rises. But if you stop and say, "Sorry, I mean she has, she is having," wait, you just made it awkward. You killed the vibe. You blocked the connection.
There's another psychological trap we need to talk about, and this one is huge. It's called the spotlight effect. Kendall, you live your life in front of cameras, so you know this feeling better than anyone on earth. It's the feeling that everyone is watching you, analyzing you, and judging your every move.
Oh my God, yes. It is paralyzing. When you are learning a language, you feel like you are standing on a giant stage with a blinding spotlight on your face. You think, if I make a mistake, if I use the wrong verb, everyone in the room will laugh at me. They will think I'm stupid. They will judge my intelligence.
Here is the brutal, honest truth that will set you free. Nobody cares. Truly, I promise you. People are selfish creatures. They are thinking about their own lunch, their own bad hair day, their own problems. They aren't analyzing your grammar. They're just trying to understand the information.
Literally. Think about it from the other side. When a non-native speaker speaks your language and makes a mistake, do you point and laugh? Do you think they are stupid? No, you just try to understand them. You help them. You appreciate that they are trying.
Exactly. You have to turn off the spotlight. Realize that you are not the center of the universe. It's liberating. Once you realize nobody cares about your prepositional mistake, you become free to make mistakes. And when you are free to make mistakes, you become fluent.
So, how do we get free? How do we escape ourselves? My favorite hack, and I use this all the time, is the alter ego. Glen, do you feel different when you speak different languages or play different characters?
100%. When I play a villain, I walk differently. I talk differently. When I try to speak Spanish, I feel different. My voice changes.
Right. When I speak Spanish, I feel shy. I feel like a little kid because I don't have the words to be cool Kendall. But in English, I'm Kendall. So you need to create an English avatar. Create a character. When you speak English, don't be you. Be the English version of you.
I love that. Maybe English Kendall is louder. Maybe she interrupts people. Maybe English Glen is more romantic and uses his hands more. You have to design the character.
Beyoncé has Sasha Fierce for the stage. You need an English alter ego for conversation. Name him, name her. When you switch to English, put on the mask. If the mask makes a mistake, it's not your fault. It's the character's fault. It protects your ego. It separates you from your English.
Okay, we talk a big game about confidence in psychology, but we need to prove we are human. We need to share the pain. The audience needs to know that even we fail. Tell us about a time language humbled you, and I want the full cinematic version. Details, Kendall.
Oh God, okay, I'm going to regret telling this. I have a food story, obviously. This happened in Italy a few years ago. I was shooting a major global campaign for a huge luxury brand. The stakes were incredibly high, millions of dollars involved. The photographer was this legendary Italian man, very intense, scarf around the neck, thick glasses, smoking a cigarette inside the studio, the full movie stereotype.
I love it. He sounds like a Bond villain. More passion, more energy. I want drama.
Yes, exactly that energy. So, the lights are blinding me, the music is blasting, heavy European techno music, boots and cats and boots and cats. I'm posing, trying to look elegant, and he starts screaming over the bass. Kendall, more pecorino. Give me pecorino.
Wait, pecorino? Like the cheese? The hard, salty cheese you put on pasta?
That's what I heard, but I didn't know pecorino was cheese at the time. My brain panicked. The internal editor started screaming. I tried to translate it based on sounds. I thought pecorino sounded like pequeño in Spanish, small, cute, delicate. So I thought, okay, he wants me to be small.
So he is screaming for cheese, and you decide to give him what?
I started shrinking. I hunched my shoulders. I gave him these tiny, shy smiles, little soft eyes. I was giving him innocent baby deer lost in the forest. I thought I was crushing it.
And how did the Italian villain react to the baby deer?
He hated it. He exploded. He turned bright red. He threw his hat on the floor. He signaled to cut the music. Absolute silence on set. 50 people staring at me. He walked up to me, inches from my face, and yelled, "No! Pecorino, like the spicy sausage, like fire. Why are you acting like a frightened mouse? I want spice. I want energy."
Wait, so he was saying the wrong word too? He meant pepperoncino or pepperoni?
Yes, we were both wrong. He was screaming the name of a cheese but meant a pepper. I was acting like a mouse but thought I was being cute, and nobody understood anything. It was chaos. But I spent 20 minutes being humiliated because I was too afraid to ask one simple question. "Excuse me, what does that mean?"
That is the lesson right there. Ask for context. If you don't understand, don't guess. Just ask. Sorry, did you say cheese? It shows confidence, not weakness. If you had asked, you would have laughed about it instantly.
Okay, top that. You play these tough guys, these heroes. Surely you haven't embarrassed yourself like that in public.
Oh, Kendall. Mine is worse. Mine involves danger and weapons and very scary men. I was filming an action movie in Eastern Europe. I wanted to earn the respect of the stunt team. These guys were mountains. Scars on their faces, tattoos, missing teeth. They looked like they ate rocks for breakfast. Terrifying.
So you wanted to be one of the boys. You wanted to be the cool American actor.
Right. I didn't want to be the Hollywood prince. So I asked a local crew member, a guy I thought was my friend, to teach me a phrase in their language. I wanted to say, "You guys are the strongest warriors. We fight together." I practiced it all night. I looked in the mirror, dialed in the intensity. "You are warriors. We fight together." I felt like Braveheart.
I can see it, the Glen Powell intensity, the jawline working overtime.
So the next morning, 5 a.m., freezing cold mist on the field, mud everywhere. I jump on a wooden crate. I whistle for silence. 50 guys with swords and axes look at me. I summon all my acting power. I scream the phrase at the top of my lungs. I put my soul into it, veins popping in my neck. I am ready for war.
Did they cheer? Did they lift you on their shoulders and carry you into battle?
Dead silence. A crow flew by. One guy looked at his shoes. Another guy dropped his sword in the mud. I'm panting, thinking, wow, they are stunned by my leadership. Apparently, I didn't say, "You are strong warriors." I said, "I really enjoy wearing my grandmother's underwear."
No, you are lying. You did not say that to 50 men with swords.
I wish I was lying. The translator pranked me.
I declared my passionate love for grandma's panties to a group of killers. But here's the twist. After the shock wore off, they started laughing, and I mean belly laughing. Some of them fell over in the mud. They were crying with laughter.
And what did you do? Did you run away?
No, I started laughing too. I realized I had been played, and honestly, it broke the ice better than the warrior speech ever could. They loved me after that. I was the grandma underwear guy. We became brothers.
That is actually amazing. You bonded through humiliation.
We did. The hidden barrier is the fear of being laughed at. But if you own it, if you laugh first, you are invincible. No one can hurt you if you are in on the joke.
Okay, let's stop with the stories for a minute and give them the actual weapons. We need to talk about social scripts. People think fluent speakers are inventing new sentences every time they speak. They think it's like painting a new painting every minute. It isn't.
No, we are lazy. Humans are creatures of habit. 80% of what we say is a script. It's a pre-memorized chunk of language. When I walk into a coffee shop, I don't think about grammar. I press play on the ordering coffee script. It's automatic.
Exactly. Can I get an oat milk latte is one block of sound. It's not 6 words. It's one sound. Can I get in? It flows together. You need to memorize these blocks, not individual words.
Let's roleplay this. I'll be the barista, you are the cool customer. Don't think about the words, just use the script. Hi, what can I get for you today?
Hey, how's it going? Can I just get a large iced matcha? Thanks.
See that? Can I just get that is the script. Memorize that. You can use it for coffee, for movie tickets, for a taxi, for anything. Can I just get it's a master key.
And the, hey, how's it going, at the start, that is the vibe script. You don't actually need a detailed report on his life. It's just a sound that signals friendliness.
Now let's level up. Let's talk about bridge phrases. These are better than just fillers. A filler is or like. A bridge phrase connects your thoughts and buys you time intelligently while making you sound smart.
Oh, I love these. My favorite, and I use this in interviews when I don't know the answer, is, that's interesting because, I say it slowly, that's interesting because it gives me like 4 seconds to come up with an answer, but it makes me look thoughtful.
That is a pro move. Another good one for when you get stuck or mess up a sentence is, what I'm trying to say is, use this as a reset button. You start a sentence, you crash, you panic. Instead of stopping, you just say, what I'm trying to say is, and you try again. It deletes the mistake.
Or if you need to disagree politely, I see your point, but it's a bridge from their idea to your idea. It's soft, it's elegant.
In my favorite for when I completely forget a word, how can I put this? This signals to the listener, hey, I'm looking for the right words, be patient with me. It turns the awkward silence into a shared moment of thinking.
Now, let's add the spice. What makes you sound like a native and not a textbook? Hedging, softening your language. Direct language can sound rude in English if you aren't careful.
Right, if you say, I didn't like the movie, it sounds harsh, it sounds like a fact. But if you say, honestly, I wasn't like a huge fan of the movie, you sound diplomatic, you sound chill.
People hate on like or literally, but they are essential tools for softening. Use kind of, sort of, a little bit. It's cooled versus it's kind of cold. He is angry versus he's a little bit angry. These are the shock absorbers of conversation. They make the ride smooth.
We have to talk about the body. This is something almost no English teacher talks about. Fluency is physical. It starts in the spine. If you're hunched over, protecting your heart, looking at your shoes, your voice is trapped. Your brain feels trapped in fear.
It's true. Power posing works. When I need to project confidence on a runway or red carpet, I open my shoulders. I lift my chin. I expose my neck. When your body takes up space, your voice takes up space.
And eye contact. If you are searching for a word, the instinct is to look at the ceiling or the floor. Don't. Look the person in the eye. It tricks them into thinking you are pausing for dramatic effect. not because you forgot the word umbrella. It establishes dominance and connection.
And breathe. Oh my God, breathe. Most people hold their breath when they try to speak English because they're anxious. No oxygen means no words. Take a pause, breathe. It's not a race. A pause with breath is confidence. A pause without breath is panic.
Okay, time to work. We are going to hit the mouth gym. We are going to do progressive shadowing. We will take one sentence and practice it in 3 levels of difficulty.
This sentence is, I am just figuring it out as I go. Level 1, the robot. Focus on pronunciation only. Enunciate every syllable. Repeat after me. I am just figuring it out as I go. No emotion, just clarity.
Level 2, the actor. Add the emotion. You are frustrated but determined. Put some fire in it. I am just figuring it out as I go. Feel the stress on figuring and go.
Level 3, the native. Relax everything. Connect the words. Use the schwa sound. I'm just figuring it out as I go. Slur the words a bit. Be cool. Make it one long musical note.
Do you hear the difference? You have to master all 3. Fluency is jazz. You have to learn the scales before you can improvise a solo. Practice this with movie lines. Practice it with our video.
Before we go, I need you to memorize the good enough rule. Perfectionism is the enemy. Perfectionism is just fear in fancy shoes. Is your sentence 80% correct? Did they understand you? Then you won.
Stop trying to build a mansion every time you open your mouth. Build a tent. If the tent holds up, you are safe. Communication is the goal, not poetry. Don't let the fear of a bad sentence stop you from having a great conversation.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us for this long. Seriously, it means the world. I hope you feel less alone in your struggle. We all have internal editors. We all make mistakes. We all say the wrong thing about cheese sometimes.
We had a blast. Remember, that internal editor works for you. Don't let him be the boss. You are the boss. Own your mistakes, laugh at them, and keep moving forward.
If you liked this deep dive, leave a comment below. I want to know, what is the name of your English alter ego? Tell us in the comments.
I want to see some creative names down there. Danger Glen, Spicy Kendall. Let us know. Subscribe, like, do all the things. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye guys, stay cool.
See ya. Over and out.